Well, hello everyone, it's Jem here. I hope you are having an amazing day because I am, and I'm so thrilled to be here today in Heron, Illinois as part of the Sidewalk Prophets Looking Up tour. It is an absolute privilege to be here with such an incredible crew of people, and we've traveled from many different cities, and now we're about to end our August run before we take a little bit of a break before we go on to our September runs in Texas and heading into the fall. And I thought I'd do a little bit of a gear rundown of what I have been using over the past month on the Looking Up tour with Sidewalk Prophets. The rig I've been using has been nothing but direct, and it's been super cool because I'm also wireless and I get to run around different places on different parts of the stage, whether I'm playing at a festival or a theater or at a church. This rig has stayed super consistent. The guitar choices have sounded absolutely phenomenal, and everything has just been an absolute joy. So let me run you through first the signal chain of my pedal board and how everything runs and how I've been using everything on the tour. I just want to give a huge shout out to my dear friends Huizenga and Brendin Becker from Cusack and Mojohand effects over in Holland, Michigan for helping me get this board set up right on time before I needed to head out on tour. Mark helped provide me with the Temple Audio Trio 28 pedal board, and Brendin helped me put together this board that I was thinking of for this tour. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Reunion Blues Cases for getting me the case for this pedal board. It's been nothing but phenomenal and rock solid, fitting it right under the bus and going from location to location. This board has stayed rock solid. So the way that this pedal board is rigged up is that my guitars go through this wireless unit, this old Shure U4S Plus, right in here, and then it goes out into the Pinstripe Pedals WRLS receive. Now, if you are running a wireless setup for your pedal board, I highly suggest you check out the WRLS from Pinstripe Pedals. It allows you to have a passive solution for you to run your wireless into your pedal board, and also it helps your wireless unit react naturally with your pedals and your guitar or bass, just like if you're plugging a guitar right directly into your cable. So that goes into the WRLS receive into the Pinstripe Pedals MBFR multi-buffer. I love this buffer. It's probably my new favorite buffer I've used in my life. It helps retain the clarity of my guitar going through different pedals into my Helix, or if you are looking for a great buffer, this is the one I recommend. And then after the buffer, it goes into output 1 of the MBFR into my signature drive-through, the Vander Guitars drive-through. So initially, because the drive-through doesn't have like 4 outs where I can trigger it with a MIDI looper, or in this case the Line 6 Helix, it goes into the front end of my Helix to give me extra boost of drive, or if there's moments where I want a bit more of that amp like breakup, I'll use the drive through to give me more of that amp like push. And then so after the drive through, which has been sounding phenomenal on this tour, I can't believe I'm using my own signature pedal on a tour. That's like wow, this is like childhood dream stuff. It goes into the Mojohand effects Speakeasy, and the Mojohand effects Speakeasy is like an EP boost on steroids. So I'll use that on like adding extra boost, or if I want my guitar to poke out even more in the mix, even though I'm already using a good amount of boost from the Line 6 Helix, I'll use the Speakeasy to push it a bit more. Or if I'm doing a solo, for example, on the song Fix You that we do on the set of this tour, I'll turn on the Speakeasy just to tame down the high end from the bridge pickup of the Telecaster, but give me the punch in the mid-range that I need to be able to still cut through. I get those 2 pedals and they go directly into the input of the Line 6 Helix. And these next 2 pedals, the MXR Joshua and the Jet Pedal Revelation, go stereo left and right in the effects loops of the Line 6 Helix. So that's what I'm using externally pedal-wise into the rig. And then the rest of the rig, the heart and soul, goes into the Line 6 Helix. And out from the Line 6 Helix, I am using 3 outputs. So I'm using the 1/4 inch outputs to go into the side of the Temple Audio Trio 28, and underneath it is the Pinstripe Pedals Daiso Plus. And I'm using the left and right outputs of the Daiso Plus to run XLR out into this IO rack that I have right here. So that is my electric left and right signal. And then I use my main left XLR mono out from the Helix to play mandolin. I play mandolin for one song in this tour, for the song Come to the Table. And so, yeah, that one XLR goes into a mono channel of the I/O box. And so that's the signal flow of how my pedal board gets ran through into our connections. And everything goes into front of house, and everything that I'm able to hear all goes into my in-ears. And for my in-ears, I'm using the Ultimate Ears Pro UE Live, 8 drivers on each side. They've been absolutely phenomenal. So that's the rig. It's fairly simple, but it gets enough power done, and I've set everything up in different snapshots for each different song. So in each song I have clean, rhythm 1, rhythm 2, a solo sound with the snapshot, and then I have an ambient sound. So I'll run you through also my guitar choices of what I use with each song. So guitar number 1 of the set, I'm using my Elliott Guitars Sugar Pine ET, and I use this for the opening song with Power of a Tender Heart. I'm using this guitar for the songs Power of a Tender Heart, Live Like That, Good for My Soul, and then I also use it for the song I Apologize, where I play slide on this. So my opening sound for the song Power of a Tender Heart, it's also I forgot to mention to you that my pedal board is being ran MIDI. My Helix is being ran MIDI into this MIDI box and triggered through Logic Pro. So every time the song changes, Logic will talk to the MIDI on my pedal board to change song, and then I'll trigger each sound section by my feet. So so we play the tracks. It says song 1, which is Power of a Tender Heart. My opening sound is this. It's this really high gain solo thick sound. And then changes to dotted 8. This is the sound I use for the verses. And then when the song finishes, we go into Live Like That. So same basic sounds. I'm using clean, rhythm, and lead. And also, if you're wondering what amps I'm using for the Line 6 Helix, I'm using my AC30 and DC30 preset, and I've just modified it to work in the set. So what I also like to do in Live Like That is there's a section where the drum break happens, and I've triggered the MXR Joshua, and I can turn the knobs to create like wild DJ sounds. So and then whammy. So that's a cool effect that I have set up for this preset for the song Live Like That. And then a song called Good for My Soul, where I have a good amount of slapback. And then there's a clean section. And then the song I Apologize, that's where I go full ambient. And I use the Jet Pedals Revelation Reverb on the modulate setting. And then I combine a whole bunch of delays and an extra reverb on the Helix to give me my ambient sound, and I also use the drive-through, the orange side of the drive-through, to give me a bit of a lift. So that is guitar number 1, and then the next guitar that I use on the set is my Tolvanen Guitars Black Flame Sisu, and I use that for the songs Don't Sweat It and Real to Me. So for the song Don't Sweat It, I have to use a nylon string guitar sound that I've created on the Helix, and I've done it by using the Helix's stock acoustic guitar sounds that you can find in the EQ section, and then I bought some nylon string IRs from the internet. I totally forgot where. And then what's cool about this guitar is that I have some push-pull knobs on this, and for some reason with the Lambertones grinders, if I use the neck pickup and I split the coil or put it in series parallel, it creates a really, really cool nylon string sound. And this guitar starts off being tuned from drop D flat, and then I tune it up to E later for the song Real to Me. So here's my nylon sample, Don't Sweat It. And then it's a pretty cool sound. It sounds almost like a nylon, like a pseudo nylon thing. But yeah, neck pickup, split coil with the push pull of this guitar. And then I switched to an electric sound for the final guitar solo, where I dual guitar solos with Cal, and I have this low octave rat kind of sound. And so I'm still using the exact same AC30 DC30 amp. I've just thrown in a rat distortion in there and a low octave to give me that sound. And that's where I switched to the bridge pickup using the Lambertones grinder. And then the next song, Real to Me, this is the second half of the set where I use this guitar. I tuned this back to E standard. Yep, so E standard. And then so those are the two songs that I use this guitar for. And then next in the rotation is actually there's two guitars which I flip in between the rotation. And with Come to Jesus, there's a huge guitar solo that I pretty much wail on that for a good amount of time. And before I was using the Elliott Guitars Sugar Pine ET for that. But because this has a master volume, if I'm playing that solo on a catwalk somewhere across the stage, I can easily use the master volume to shut the guitar off, and it won't make any noise because of how much gain I'm using. So for the song Come to Jesus with this guitar, so it starts off with this clean tone that I have. So you still get that nice Gretsch chiminess, right? But because of these new Pro Twin 6 pickups and this maple and spruce center block, you get a nice thicker mid-range to it when you do some thicker rhythms and leads. is my ambient sound I use for it. That's literally just some delays and the dynamic hall of the Helix. And then I do a solo. So I'll use this for 3 songs, and depending on how I feel for the night, I'll swap between this guitar and my Zebrawood Tolvanen guitar Sisu for the ending songs, which is Words I Would Say and You Love Me Anyway, depending on how I feel, because this guitar and the Zebrawood do pretty similar things. So maybe if depending how I feel on the night, I'll use this for the opening songs, the opening set for the songs Prodigal, where we've done like this 80s remix to it. Wherever it is here. So for Prodigal, the sounds are like this. And the song Help Me Find It. And then where's the songs like You Love Me Anyway, or Words I Would Say. And yes, with You Love Me Anyway, it's so yeah, I'll swap between this guitar and this Zebrawood one over here. So this is my trusty Zebrawood Sisu from Tolvanen Guitars in Sydney, Australia. Shout out to Timo Tolvanen. So this one has the Lambertones Cremas in it, and they give me a more dynamic PAF style sound. So yeah, depending how I feel, I'll use these for the last 2 songs of the night, or I'll start it off with Prodigal on the first set. So with Prodigal, it sounds like this. Much more cleaner. And then for songs like Words I Would Say, or Help Me Find It, And his words. Yeah, that's what I would use this guitar for. So, depending how I feel, the Gretch and this guy share the same role or similar role. And then the next guitar in the rotation, which I use for one song, is my good old Duesenberg Starplayer TV. So yeah, next in the rotation is my good old Duesenberg Starplayer TV, and I use this for the song Looking Up. And Looking Up is the title of the song of the new album from Sidewalk Prophets called Looking Up. It just came out in February this year, so I suggest you check it out. It's amazing, amazing songs. And this song features Megan Danielle. And if you don't know who Megan Danielle is, she's the one who came runner-up to Ian Tongi in the 2023 or 2024 American Idol. I think it was 2023. And I tuned this to E flat, and it gives me that nice hollow body, bluesy kind of vibe. So I have like a bit of a slap back on it on a primarily cleaner and drier tone. When the song gets big, I switch to that. then the next guitar in the rotation is my second telly. So this is for these songs First Love, Fix You, and also if my Duesenberg happens to not stay in tune like it did before because the strings were dead, I will use this and I'll tune it down to E flat. I tune it down to E flat anyway because also Father Let It Be is the third song that I use with this guitar. So it starts off with First Love, and the reason why I'm using this telly is because it gives me more of a funkier kind of sound in the middle position. It gives me that. With a wah. And then I switch on the rhythm sound. And then the next song is Fix You. So Fix You starts off with this nice ambient sound. And then you know, that thing. And then my lead sound. That's this telly over here. And then for the song Father Let It Be, back to a basic rhythm, and then my lead sound, I use the lead snapshot. So that's what I use this telly for. Those three songs, pretty important. This telly has a pretty nice signature sound that works for those songs. And then the last guitar I have in the rack is my 25th anniversary Ibanez RG1XXV. So I use this guitar for the song Smile, and it's dropped in E flat. And you got to have a bright yellow guitar for the song Smile because, you know, it's yellow themed, but also it's got some pretty cool shreddy parts to it. Especially that intro, you know, I do this thing where I mimic the main hook line. And then I do a tapping part. And also, I didn't make that tapping part. I didn't make any of these guitar parts. This is just a nod to the good old Dan McCall, who is the previous guitar player of Sidewalk Prophets over the last 10 years. And he's a huge 80s shred fan and a dear brother of mine. So I brought this guitar out to honor him as well. And to thank him for the amazing opportunity to join these group of guys. So yeah, that's what I use the guitar for. It's for the song Smile. And it's a real crowd pleaser, and it gets everyone jumping and smiling, and it's just a fun guitar to have. And this guitar means a lot to me, and it definitely helps me smile a lot. So that's my rig rundown with Sidewalk Prophets, and that's what I've been using for the past month on the Looking Up tour. It's been sounding phenomenal. It's been super consistent and reliable. Nothing has gone wrong with this rig whatsoever, even with MIDI and MIDI changes. It's been so great. Indoor, outdoor, in the blazing sun, in high humidity. Nothing has gone wrong with this rig, and I hope it stays that way, and it's been really, really cool. So any extras that I'm using, I'm using these Dunlop Jazz 3 picks, which have been phenomenal. And I'm also using some G7 capos. And yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's watched this and who's supported me on this journey. It's been really, really phenomenal. And if you get the opportunity to watch the Looking Up tour with Sidewalk Prophets, go check out the Sidewalk Prophets website, as there's many dates to come. And if you want to buy my Line 6 Helix and HX Stomp presets and soon-to-be Pod Go presets, go check it out at multitracks.com. So have yourself an amazing day. Peace out, God bless, and hope to see you out on the road.
One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
Come to Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4.
On the drums from North Carolina, Mr. Rainswall. Come on. From Pennsylvania on the keys, Blake Bratton. Bass in your face from the state of Bringing the Illinois. This is Cal Jocelyn, everybody. And my name's Dave Fry. I'm from Indiana, but it doesn't get better than North Dakota tonight. Over yonder, the wonder from down under, from Australia,
1, 2,
Jen
3,
Magtibay.
4. One, two, three, four, five, six. 5, 6.
Question was raised as my conscience fell, a silly lit so loud. It didn't mean much, but it lingers still in the corners of my mind. Still you call me to walk on the edge of this world, to spread my dreams and fly. But the future's so far and my heart is so frail, I think I'd rather stay inside.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
But
6.
you love me anyway. It's like nothing in life I've ever known. Yes, you love me anyway. Oh Lord, how you love
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
me.
6.
It's more than my strength to simply be still, to seek but never find. All the reasons we change and all of the reasons I die. Why do loved ones have to die?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
But
6.
you love me anyway. It's like nothing in life I've ever known. Yes, you love me anyway. Oh Lord, how you love
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
me.